What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Red Notice movie breakdown, ending, explained and review. Now, I wasn't particularly hyped for this movie. It did seem on the surface like one of those Netflix movies where they just chuck really popular actors together and hoping that something sticks. But I have to say, not watching the trailer for this movie made it extra special, as I had no idea of the plot or certain twists and moments, making me enjoy the movie a lot more than I think I would have done if I had watched the trailer. Now, while I grew up loving The Rock in the then WWF, his filmography has for me been hit and miss, but mostly misses, as I am very much not a huge fan of the Fast and the Furious franchise, but the guy is so damn likeable, I am drawn to his movies. As well as that, Ryan Reynolds I have also grown a bit tired of, as he is almost literally the same guy in every movie, but he is so damn likeable and funny, I give each movie a try. There is a reason he is as synonymous with Deadpool as Iron Man is with Robert Downey Jr. But hey, I watched the movie as I needed content for this channel, and I came out exhausted from laughing and was thoroughly entertained. It was a fun romp from start to finish and distilled what makes The Rock and Reynolds so popular into a 2-hour flick. Just like The Rock and Jason Statham, this was a team up I never knew I wanted or would, actually be so good. The movie opens with an explanation of Cleopatra's 3 mythical eggs. It's explained that Mark Antony, who married the legendary Cleopatra, which she did to have powerful heirs due to Mark Antony's political position in Rome after Julius Caesar's death, and I'm just saying, we are well overdue a modern, absolute sweeping epic of the story of Cleopatra, Julius Caesar, and Mark Antony. Now, during their wedding, he gave her 3 eggs as a gift, which were lost until 1907, when a farmer found 2, but 1 was missing, leading to the mythical Cleopatra's 3rd egg. Now, I am sorry to report that these eggs are, well, they're not real. It was a neat story, and I wish they did choose a real myth to base this movie on and expand, just like Indiana Jones has done and the Uncharted games. I have a feeling this movie will serve as a better Uncharted movie than the actual Uncharted adaptation. The eggs in the movie have become a legend, with the mysterious location of the 3rd not being known. Now, Interpol agent Das, who you may recognise from Umbrella Academy, and behavioural specialist Hartley, The Rock, who is looking absolutely ridiculously massive, more so than usual, are on the hunt for an art thief, Nolan Booth, played by Ryan Reynolds. Now, Booth is in Rome to steal the 1st egg, and we saw him making the fake egg he replaced a real one with in the opening scene. Hartley says how he was tipped off by the bishop, and the director of the place where the 1st egg is says it's just a myth and it's just an excuse for the police to say that, oh, the bishop stole it. And from what I understood, was a rival of Booth who was shown to have stolen the egg, leading to a very fun action sequence that has Booth escaping, only for him to be tracked down in Bali and arrested, where the egg is actually stolen by a mysterious assailant. I loved the scene with the 2 characters and having Hartley kind of dress down Booth and say, you got daddy problems, bro. Now, this leads to Hartley being investigated by the Interpol agents, who find he has no details on him whatsoever, and that he is most likely a fake FBI agent and is subsequently arrested. Now, throughout the movie, there are a string of different, very kind of plot points which seem very convenient ways where Hartley gets arrested or escapes, as there's literally no data on him. He escapes from Voce later in the movie, and it just seems very simple. I put these down to simple cheese from a popcorn movie, but they were there cleverly to pepper these in for the reveal. While Gallo was revealed to be the bishop and bested the pair each time, seemingly having psychic abilities to find out where the 2 dudes are, it turns out that, just like chess at the end of the movie, there are 2 bishops, and Hartley is the partner and lover of Gal's Sarah Black, the other bishop. Hartley was undercover, manoeuvring Booth to each egg, and his lover was behind him each step of the way. Now, the aim of the criminals was to get all 3 eggs and bring them to a rich Egyptian who wants all 3 eggs for his daughter's wedding gift. And funnily enough, his daughter is named Cleopatra, and the person who brings to them will get $300 million. Knowing that Booth knew where the third egg is, they targeted him and hatched the elaborate plan of inserting Hartley into the investigation and subsequently sending him to a remote prison where they are forced to work together. Sotto Voce is a vicious and ruthless guy who owns the second egg, and he is played by one of the characters from Silicon Valley who is just superb at playing a douchebag. I've always wanted that Trey Commas tequila. In the jail, we see at the time who we think is the only bishop, who offers a cut of the final score to find out where the third egg is. She also doubles down on the cover story for her partner by saying how she deleted his records and tricked Interpol into thinking, yeah, he's not real. However, I really like the back and forth of the trio, and they all have just real amazing chemistry with one another. Booth says no, that he's not going to tell her where the third egg is to get a cut of the final pay, and I liked how he wasn't a bumbling criminal fool, but he was just smart. However, he got played. They head to Sotto's place and aim to take him down, and thinking back, the bishop had a weird closeness to Hartley when they dance, and he let Sotto step in, with whom she has a plan with. We see the guys almost get captured by the Interpol agent, and Hartley again hints he's not who he says he is, as he says if you arrest Booth, you'll prove your innocence, which he does, but they both go into the safe, leading to the egg and another confrontation. There's so many double crosses going on as we get a very cool fight, and Gallo has definitely learned a lot from her time in the DCEU, and her fighting is just so good here. However, they're bested as Sotto arrives and will have them put below a bull ring and tortured before the bishop turns on yet another person after she is told that the third egg is in the Great Pyramid. Well, it's obviously not. And, well, our boy fires his gun in a haze, and she knows where the egg is. Again, it's inconvenient. Hartley gets free, but we would later learn that she slipped him a key as well. We finally learn where the third egg is, and we play into a very interesting part of history. In April 1945, Adolf Hitler's art leader, dealer, guy, hookup, Rudolf Zeick, fled to Argentina with machine parts in containers, but it is actually thought to be Hitler's secret Argentine bunker. Of course, this is one of the biggest conspiracy theories of all time, that Hitler did relocate to Argentina, and this guy is a composite of many people who Hitler dealt art with, who sought to bring every major piece of art and history to Germany to make it the centre of the world. Booth's father did dedicate his free time to find this bunker and would neglect his son in the process, leading Booth to become the opposite of his policeman father and becoming a criminal. I did like the lie backstory that Hartley said by saying that his father was a con man, so became a policeman, but no, he just became a better con man. I got some very big Sawyer vibes from Lost there. The guys find the bunker after a hilarious back and forth and find the eggs, only to be bested once again by Bishop as Interpol also arrive, leading the criminals to escape in Hitler's car, which is of course a convertible tank as they said, and they survive, getting the biggest twist yet, one which I was not expecting. We learn how the couple explain that the bishop is a double cross, and it was just superb. They leave poor Booth to be arrested, except he tracks them down in the future and helps Interpol freeze their accounts. I loved these twists and turns. I loved the fact that this was not a generic heist movie, but we got some sort of like mystical history as well, and I hope that in the sequel, they do make more of it being a real thing. He makes them an ultimatum for a score, which they agree, and they escape before Interpol arrive and are put on the highest wanted level, which is, a red notice. I love it when they say the name of the movie in the movie. But this was a superb movie that sets up a franchise Some have said, I've seen in the New York Times, that it's a cynical kind of real franchise starter, which, hey, this happens all the time. Just look at the Universal Dark Universe. I'm still waiting for the Jekyll and Hyde movie. But with this, I think it does have the legs. The Rock and Ryan Reynolds are absolutely superb, and I think The Rock has found a new comedic partner really to rival Kevin Hart. And if Kevin Hart was in here as well, like Hobbs and Shaw, possibly this could be a fun little thing. But that is it for this video. Please drop a like down below. Do subscribe with notifications on if you want more from us, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.